I'm Dave Froehlich. Thanks for watching this CrimeWatch YouTube exclusive, where we take a look back at recent crime stories that have been making headlines in our area and across the state. Police say a naked man killed an Army veteran in South Austin at random. The 41-year-old suspect is in jail, charged with first-degree murder on a $750,000 bond. A friend of the victim says the shooter needs to be held accountable. Fox 7 Austin's Meredith Aldis has more.
I want people to remember that he was a kind soul. He was always there to help the underdog. He was there to help anyone and anyone at any time, day or night. If you called, he was there.
Wanero Young, a veteran.
He was in the military.
Gamer.
We enjoyed Comic-Cons, gaming conventions.
Introvert and goofball.
But once you got him out of his shell, he just liked to joke around and make people laugh.
Known for helping others, that's what he was doing when he was killed.
He was helping a friend move and was meeting them
at the Super 8 motel in South Austin. Officers were there. They had been alerted about someone being in trouble, and there were people with guns. Court records say the officers watched as Young walked up the stairs and a naked man shot him dead.
He's military trained, he's combat trained, he's, survivalist. So to hear that this is what happened is very shocking for us. And the only explanation is he was completely caught off guard.
And the man accused of pulling the trigger, 41-year-old Rashawn Dobbins. He told police he never saw Young with a gun and didn't even know who he was.
And he took our friend, he took a father from his little girl. He was the father figure for his siblings. He was a protector of his family. So he's missed by a lot of people.
Dobbins was arrested and charged with first-degree murder.
I hope you spend the rest of your life knowing that you took a great man from us, that you took someone that many people loved, and we're not just going to forget about him just because you made a bad decision.
Police are still investigating a deadly shooting at a shopping center in North Austin. Shortly after 2 on February 24th, police were called to the Center Business Park off North Lamar and Research. Police say some sort of disturbance led to the shooting. When police arrived, they found a victim who had been shot, and that person was pronounced dead at the scene. The entire complex was roped off for several hours as police investigated. They don't know exactly where the shooting happened, but there were 2 cars in the parking lot that appeared to be involved.
Most incidents like this would occur at nighttime, but these things can happen any time of day. As with anything, we always ask people to be vigilant or whatever, check their surroundings. But once again, we do believe this to be an isolated incident.
Police say everyone involved in the shooting has been accounted for. There's no word on any arrests. If you have information about what happened, you're asked to please call APD. Austin police are blaming the ongoing staffing shortage and a 911 mistake for the slow response to a disturbing incident in Southeast Austin. The body of a man and a wounded juvenile were found on a busy road. Fox 7 Austin's Rudy Koski has more.
Investigators with APD worked well into Monday morning collecting evidence and processing a red sedan. The body of a man and a wounded juvenile were found here. The scene, along Highway 183, is across from ABIA and near McCall Lane, where a small family restaurant is located. All of the flashing police lights, a troubling sight for those just starting their day, like Manuel Vasquez.
I was really surprised when I saw all the police cars there.
Fox 7 was told a police officer went to the restaurant hoping to find a clue.
Came in here to ask if he could see the video cameras that are that way, but we have them blocked.
The car was spotted early Monday morning around 2:30, but the call to the 911 dispatcher was not flagged as a priority. It was reported as an abandoned vehicle. That brought about a slow response, which was explained during a media briefing by APD Sergeant Lee Naus.
That call held for a little while due to limited resources and the relatively minor nature of the incident.
It took about an hour before a patrol unit was available and arrived.
We have to triage things, right? So a call that is obviously puts somebody in jeopardy is going to take priority over an abandoned vehicle call or a stall or something like that, right?
We're told the man who was found dead clearly had a fatal wound, but the type of wound was not disclosed. Investigators also declined to provide details about the juvenile, who reportedly was alive and transported to a hospital. APD, while upgrading the situation, downplayed the threat, claiming what happened was an isolated incident. But the lack of information about another violent crime in Austin is not reassuring for Manuel Vasquez.
The traffic, the people, all this road rage, we didn't used to have that before growing up. When I was growing up, we never had that. But now you see where people get shot over road rage or get beat up. You just got to be more careful now where you're at and keep it, like your head on a swivel. It's hard to go anywhere without something happening.
Rudy Koski, Fox 7 Austin News.
A Leander ISD coach turned himself in to the Williamson County Jail. That coach is accused of an inappropriate relationship with a student. Fox 7 Austin's Angela Shen has that story.
The staff member was placed on leave on February 16th. Williamson County court records show a charge of sexual assault was filed today, the 27th. 26-year-old Brandon Hopp, a Rouse High School coach, turned himself in Tuesday after police got an arrest warrant for sexual assault of a child. He's accused of an inappropriate relationship with a 16-year-old female student. Hopp coached soccer and football. The parent of a team member who did not want to be identified says it's unfortunate to hear about.
He always said that the coach seemed off. But, this is a coach that my son is, he's being coached by, he spends a lot of time with. They look up to their coaches. They're supposed to look up to their coaches. It's just sad. It's disheartening to know that there's teachers out there taking advantage of kids. It's disgusting.
The district was made aware of an inappropriate teacher-student relationship on February 16th. Hopp was placed on administrative leave that same day. A letter went out to parents on the 20th about the investigation, the principal at Rouse saying the safety and security of all students is their top priority. Police say no other victims have been identified, but some parents are also worried about inappropriate relationships that have happened at other schools.
And as a parent of a teenage boy and also a 7-year-old daughter, it's very concerning that there's teachers, it's not just one school, multiple, having a kid that's going to be eventually going up there. It's very concerning that there's teachers out there that are doing this.
And both Leander Police and LISD are investigating the case. In Leander, Angela Shen, Fox 7 Austin News.
An Austin ISD staff member is accused of driving drunk with 3 children in the car. 37-year-old Ralph Hutchins, a PE teacher's assistant at Summit Elementary, is on administrative leave after being charged with driving while intoxicated with child passengers in Comal County. The New Braunfels Police Department says Hutchins was driving on 35 on February 11th with 2 11-year-olds and a 9-year-old in the car. Court paperwork says drivers called police and reported Hutchins was driving recklessly. An officer saw him swerve and nearly hit other cars.
Normally, a driving while intoxicated offense is a Class B misdemeanor. But if there is a child in the vehicle that is younger than 15 years of age, the offense is elevated to a state jail felony.
Court paperwork says police found a 1-liter bottle of vodka with just about a shot left inside in that vehicle. Hutchins said he was driving the children from Six Flags in San Antonio. He said he drank the day before, but denied drinking on the day of the arrest. A Georgetown firefighter is behind bars in a small town in Kansas after police say he held 6 people hostage. Fox 7 Austin's Angela Shen has the latest on that investigation.
Colby, Kansas is about 11 hours from Georgetown. Police there say 41-year-old Jonatas Pereira held 6 people hostage, all from the same family.
His wife had come up here to Colby from Texas, and my understanding is there was domestic violence down in Texas that possibly led to this.
Police say on Tuesday morning they got a call about a possible armed intruder. This turned into a hostage call. A car with Texas plates was in the alley behind the home. Police set up a perimeter. There were 3 women, a man, and 2 children in the house. The man was able to escape out of a bedroom window. Less than an hour later, Pereira was convinced to come out, leaving his firearm inside, and was arrested. No one was hurt.
It ended in about as peaceful way as it could have.
The Georgetown Fire Department says Pereira is on administrative leave while the city investigates. He was also on the Central Texas Regional SWAT team, which he has been removed from.
I do not know that at this time that what he had with him is actually his work gear or not.
Pereira is facing charges of aggravated assault, criminal threat, criminal restraint and kidnapping, aggravated burglary, and felony criminal use of a weapon. The Texas Advocacy Project, which works to end domestic violence, says these cases are a trend they've seen time and time again.
Most large hostage situations of the nature, unfortunately, do have a thread that leads back to domestic violence. When you think about what domestic violence is, it's all about power and control.
The city of Georgetown says Pereira was accused in another family violence case from 2020 involving a former spouse. No charges were filed then because the complainant didn't want to continue the case. As Colby police investigate, Georgetown says they're committed to working through their internal investigation quickly.
Texas Advocacy Project adds, if you find yourself in an abusive relationship, reach out to them when you feel ready, because they do have resources able to support you. And finally, body camera video shows us what officers encountered when they were called to a North Texas charter school for a student with a gun. 3 officers shot and wounded the student after police say he pointed the handgun at them. Fox's Alex Boyer has more.
February 19th at 8:49 a.m., Mesquite Police received a 911 call from an assistant principal at Pioneer Technology and Arts Academy Charter School, Oates Campus. She calmly explained that a student was in her office with a gun in his hands, refusing to put it down.
I am with him. He's fine. I'm calming him down. I need to get someone here now.
Okay, I'm getting him started. Where is he right now?
He's in my office in room 151 in the building. I'm putting the building on lockdown.
2 minutes later, the first Mesquite police officer arrives on scene. Another officer arrives shortly after, and the two make their way to the office. They find the assistant principal standing in the doorway and urge her to move away. The 16-year-old male student is in her office alone, sitting on a couch, a handgun at his feet.
He still don't move. It's on the floor in front of him. He still don't.
Soon after, a third Mesquite police officer arrives on scene. Police edited the video before its release, but tell us officers spoke calmly with the student for approximately 4 minutes.
What's going on today, buddy? Can you talk to us? We would like to help you. That's why we're here. Can you listen to me closely? Please do not reach for that gun, okay? We don't want anything to happen to you or anyone else.
That's when, according to Mesquite police, the student reaches quickly for the handgun on the floor. One officer fires at the suspect.
We just need you to step away so we can...
The office door begins to close. The officer grabs the handle, pulling it open to maintain a visual inside the room. We can see the student is now standing. Police say he's facing the officers with the handgun raised towards them in a shooter's stance. The 3 officers fire at the student, injuring him in the leg. Police say officers fired 19 shots in all. The student stayed inside the room until complying with commands to exit. He was taken into custody and treated for his injuries. A .38 caliber revolver was recovered by investigators.
The responding units obviously understood the type of danger that they were facing at the time that they showed up.
Dr. Alex Del Carmen is a criminologist who watched the body camera and school security video. He says the officers appeared to follow their training, first talking calmly to the gunman.
We just want you to put the gun down and keep it down and walk to us and talk to us. And so it's very much a de-escalating type of situation.
And only fired at the suspect when that didn't work.
So there's clearly going to be violence at that point. They know that there's the lethal threat against the individual and others around them, and also against the officers. So they have to engage in lethal force.
That suspect continues to be held at the Dallas County Juvenile Justice Center. He's charged with several counts of aggravated assault against a public servant, as well as exhibition of a firearm. Well, we thank you for watching the Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch YouTube exclusive. Our Crime Watch stories run each Monday on Fox 7 Austin News at 9. If you miss them, you can watch anytime on Fox Local, our connected TV app, which is free to download, and you can watch on multiple platforms like Roku and Apple TV. Just scroll down from the live player and look for the Crime Watch section. For more on the stories highlighted in this episode, you can head to our website, fox7austin.com, and don't forget to subscribe to the Fox 7 Austin YouTube channel.